I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo. Digital media.
Woo!
What is up, everybody? Good morning. Episode number 21 of the Cedar Point podcast for Sunday, July 10th, 2021. And our co-host, Donnie P., the unofficial mayor of Cedar Point. Our very favorite Dylan is here as well.
Woo!
I think Dave's going to join us. He said he'd be here.
Wake up, Dave.
Yeah, wake up.
Wake up.
The other thing was Nicole has been quiet this week. Is she on vacation or something? I can't remember.
Well, she's been in hotel rooms the last couple of weeks.
I know.
Yeah, she had like a dance competition this week, so it's like a very rigorous schedule.
Oh, excuse me. All right. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. How's everyone feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Anyone just had a Cedar Point trip or have one planned?
So we've got surprisingly, because of we moved this season, and then we had a Florida trip that we normally take in the winter.
Uh-huh.
So we've actually only been up to the park twice, but we've got 3 trips planned. Nothing until August though. So first weekend of August we're gonna be up there for a weekend. But we've been trying to find a day trip here and there. Like I even threw out maybe even today. I don't know. Like maybe we'll cruise up today. We haven't done like a day trip up and back this season yet, and it looks like this might be a good day to do it. You know what are fun, Donnie, is the trips where they're just last minute, spur of the moment, late afternoon trips. Sometimes those are fun. Like you're like, we should go to Cedar Point. Yeah, let's go. It's almost like today. I told Colleen, I'm like, let's go have dinner at Cedar Point. So we go around 2-3 o'clock, go ride some rides, have some fun, take the kid, and do that. So I think we are going to go today this afternoon. We got some stuff to do this morning, and then if all goes right, we're going to be heading out to the park later today.
Do you live near Cedar Point, like in Ohio, like in the area?
Yeah, Toledo. Donnie and I are about an hour away from Cedar Point.
Oh, see, I'm in Ypsilanti, Michigan, so I'm.
How far? You're about 2 hours in, right? Because I think we're about an hour from Ypsi.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm thinking today too, Don. Let me know if you guys end up going. But right now, our tentative plan is to head that way. So we'll see. You don't know how the day is going to go when you're not going first thing. You're not positive how the day is going to go. But that is the plan. So. Anyway, so no one.
It would be cool though if you live right like near there, then you can just
make those spur of the moment trips.
Yeah,
like I always envy those people that live in like Sandusky, where they can just I know some people they'll just go just to have dinner there, like just like often because they don't feel like cooking. They got the meal pass. Why would you not? Donnie, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So our level of fanaticism has made me consider that. Like, what if we moved to Sandusky? What if we moved halfway there? Yeah. And the conclusion I've always come up with was we're just far enough to make it like a destination. But we're close enough to where we don't have to it's like a huge, it's far enough. But close enough.
Right. Well, and be fun, Donnie, is a lot of people like cabins on the lake or whatever, or their lake house. Mm-hmm. I would rather have a Cedar Point house than a lake house. Right. That would be fun just to go for the weekend. You're right. I do want to be like somewhere on property where you could take the shuttle and do stuff like that, So, like I said, this stupid RV, I've been trying to get this RV up for 7 months. I'm hoping because Nicole told me that all the spots are filled up. But yeah, just a lake house, something like a Cedar Point house would be super cool. Hi, Nicole.
There's
she
a couple
is.
weekends you can still book, and you can still book for October too. I think right now.
Look at why he looks all glamorous. Are you in another hotel?
No, I'm in the same hotel.
What?
How long is that dance competition?
I don't even understand right now.
It's like the NBA playoffs. It just lasts for like weeks and weeks.
Look, I know
Serious business, Donnie.
I know kids that are in stuff. My kids are at nationals for baton this week. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they're coming home today. What is this 2-week thing? What are you doing?
It's 10 days. It ended last night.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Wow. 10 days.
So if I look tired, it's because I am.
Right? How'd the kids do?
They did awesome. Yeah,
Good.
they did good. She'll be mad, but she's sleeping.
Oh,
she heard me. Damn. She was asleep.
So we were talking to Nicole. Has anyone been to see?
To talk quietly so she wouldn't hear you.
Has anyone? Have you been to Cedar Point lately? Or
No.
No, I know.
No, I'm going to Dollywood tomorrow, though.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh no, that would be fun.
We decided to add on a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, little theme park excursion.
To go to
Might
a
as
theme
well.
park.
10 days in a hotel, you might as well do another 4-hour excursion to wrap it up.
We're gonna go to a little cabin in Pigeon Forge, so for a couple of nights. So.
Look at you. You know, it's funny because Dave's not here. I don't know why Dave's not here. He said he was going to be here, but I
sleeping. It's too early.
Where does Dollywood rank in when it comes to amusement parks? Like, I've never been. Is it on the level? Is it like a mini? Like Dollywood sounds like it'd just be like a mini touristy, but is it like a full-fledged amusement park?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have coasters and they have a drop ride like the one in Orlando. And yeah, they have
can't
stuff
compare to Cedar Point though, can it?
I don't know. I haven't been there, so I'll let you know next week.
Yeah, they've got a couple of I can't remember the name. They've got a couple of like well-known coasters. They do have an RMC.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They have a eagle, wild eagle, something like I believe it's like a
just wild eagle flying around. Kidding.
Do they have one? Do they have one with two big giant bumps that you go up and
okay, here we go.
Dolly boobies.
Okay.
All right. They have the Barnstormer. It's like the Skyhawk.
Oh.
Let's see. Some kiddie rides.
Okay. Are you looking it up? Are you
Blazing
cheating?
Fury? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he's looking.
Water ride. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice looking train.
Where's Michael?
The Dizzy Disc. Okay. Some more cool looking kiddie rides.
Terrible.
A giant boat ride like Ocean Motion. Lightning Rod. That's the RMC that they have. That's a very, very famous
which one?
Roller coaster.
Lightning Rod.
Oh, right.
So you got to get on that. Make sure you get on that.
On Lightning Rod.
You know what's interesting about Dolly Parton is, if you're famous, there are people that are going to love you and people that are going to hate you. There are very few famous people that really over the years have not had the hater storm that some of the others have. Like I will take Betty White in that category. Like everyone loves Betty White. Dolly Parton is another one of those. I can't think of anyone. God, I can't stand her. And there's no one.
Jolene.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
There isn't anyone that doesn't like that I've ever come across that doesn't like Dolly Parton. She's just a national treasure. She's one of those that doesn't really have any haters, because famous people, you're going to have two sides for every. You just know that's just the.
I've never heard anyone interview Jolene actually, because she just talked a lot of shit about her in that song. So if there was one person, it's probably Jolene.
That is a great.
Even in that song, she's just saying, "You're way better than me. Please don't take my man, because you're way better than me.
Don't take my man."
That song, she's not.
Jolene had some self-esteem issues that she needed to work out for sure. Look,
she's so nice. She just kills them all with kindness. That's all. When all the Whitney Houston stuff was going on, because she wrote, "I'll Always Love You."
Right.
And Whitney was all like, "That's my song." And Dolly was like, "She does a great job. I'm so happy for her." She was nice,
Yeah.
and she was even.
Yeah, I don't.
Talking shit.
I don't think Dolly could. I don't think she's got a mean bone in her body. She just doesn't seem like she does, and it's very interesting. All right. So, did you guys hear? Friday night, this past Friday, Famous Dave's had a fire.
I just heard. Like,
I
is like
heard
everybody
about that.
okay?
I think.
Was
it bad?
Was it?
I don't know. I haven't heard an update on how bad it was, but I do know that it closed a decent part of that section of the park. From what I'm hearing,
the marina.
Yeah,
And the marina gate.
Yeah.
The whole marina store, the gas station, everything's closed. It's all in that same building, which
has
is where the
anyone-
restrooms and the showers are too, for the people that are staying on that live out there on their boats in the summer. So they're probably experiencing some stuff. I actually have some family that stay out there. I should give them a call after the show and see what's going on.
See, the
They
marina.
live out at the marina?
In the summer, I mean weekends, they go up. So they keep their boat up there. They live actually outside of Akron, so they're a good hour and a half, 2 hours. So they each just about every weekend they drive up and stay up there and just go in the park and eat, go to the beach, go to the party island area.
Donnie, how have we not kicked in on a boat? I mean, if we can't have a Cedar Point house, man, living at that marina, that's the perfect opportunity. You get your slip at the marina. You get to use the shuttle to go everywhere on the island, or I don't know if it's an island, but
I just it's in the works. I think it's just such a commitment. I've been thinking about it for a while. It's such a commitment, and it's such a lifestyle change. Having a boat, because of how big of a commitment it is. You have to commit so much time to enjoy it.
Well, it's funny you say that, Donnie. I had a boat at one point for a couple seasons, and two issues with the boat. Number one, if you're not there enough, you feel guilty because you feel like you have to be there as often as possible. So you're forcing yourself to go. Number one. Number two, it's so much packing and carrying stuff out there, and then at the end of the day you're tired and you got to carry everything back. And number three, I said that before I ever got a boat again, I would get a pool, because you could enjoy that more. It's in your backyard. You just step out there and do it. There's no packing, and it's a lot of times they're about the same cost. So you're like pool or boat. I always said pool is going to be a better option for me down the road. I don't know if that makes sense, but
and it's the old saying: a boat can make you a millionaire as long as you're a billionaire. You buy it. It's just the expenses.
When we were
what's that, Dylan?
Was it a speedboat or a pontoon or a?
No, well, pontoon. Yeah, it was a pontoon. So we in a pontoon. Boy, Dylan's got
tunes today. So when we were there for Coaster Mania, we did the boat ride around the peninsula, and my dad was talking to the people at the marina. He was 100% ready to buy a slip. Well, he has a boat, but buy a bigger boat. And he's like, we could live here all summer, and you get season passes. So that was the real kicker for him. I was like,
season pass for $100.
$6,000
you get a couple passes.
There, so.
Well, now it was. I wonder, and I don't know if either one of you know this, Donnie or Nicole. But let's say I buy a slip in a Marina A or whatever, Marina on Devil's Lake or Marina wherever. If I get a slip there. Is Cedar Point that much more expensive than or is it or in the same park? Yeah, I don't know.
It was more expensive, but it was fair.
Okay, yeah,
that's what my dad was like. He's like, it's really not that much
for what you get.
The marinas around us.
Yeah, for what you get. I mean, you get the shuttle rides. You get you basically have $1 billion amusement park right in your backyard. So there are a lot of bonuses to it as well. If I ever was gonna go into the boat realm again, I think it would be to be able to, if I had the opportunity to park at Cedar Point, because that would be freaking cool. Have you guys?
There's different levels. There's like the ones close to the dock, like the where Famous Dave's is. Those are more expensive, and then as you get further out, they're less expensive. But
okay. Yeah. Has anyone ever been to that Famous Dave's there on property?
I actually haven't.
I haven't either.
No.
My daughter eats there all the time.
Really?
With their mom and stepdad, but like, I don't know. I've
I
never
know-
been there.
I don't know why I've never. I mean, I know it's not. It's probably not on the dining plan. Would be one reason for me, but
I think it is, though, right?
What?
Isn't it? I think
I don't know.
it is.
I don't
Should
know.
I Google it?
Yeah, see if it's on the dining plan. That would be interesting to know. But yeah, I've just never. It just never crosses my mind to go. First of all, that side. If I don't have a boat, I'm never gonna. I never exit that side. And then I just never think of going to Famous Dave's when I'm at the park. It just never crosses my mind. I mean, Famous Dave's is good. It's fine.
It's a chain, though. So, like, I tend to be one of those people, like, if I'm somewhere I want something that I can only get there. And there's plenty of Famous Dave's by where I live, but we never
That's
go
also
there.
me too. If I go somewhere, I want to go somewhere I haven't been.
I'm the
They're
same.
unique.
We have that rule in this family too. You can't eat when you go somewhere out of town. You can't eat at some place that you have in your area.
That's so funny you say that because one of Ashley's favorite places to eat at Cedar Point is TGI Fridays at Breakers, and she claims
So
to
funny.
have the best salmon like she's ever had, and she's got it at other Fridays, other restaurants, and like they cook it like perfectly there. It's like her favorite
Really?
place, her favorite thing to do. And,
Good to know. It's
I
a
do-
reco straight from the source.
Right? Yeah. Maybe they just pull it right out of the lake there. I do like that. I do like that TGI Fridays because it's connected to the hotel and it's fun to just walk down there. So I get what she's saying, but normally we don't like eating any place that has that we have in the local area. What else? Were you able to find if it's on the dining plan?
I don't think it is because I am on
No.
on the I'm on the app right now, and
On the app.
I'm just trying to see if I'm doing it correct. Yeah, so it is not on the dining plan. It is
It
not.
is not. Okay.
It's official.
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. So the water park. Dave brought up something interesting. He did give us some notes that he had thought would be kind of interesting. Is Cedar Point Water Park due for a new slide? That is such a good question. I think I can't even remember. I can't remember hearing the last time that there was a new slide.
Well, they had some new slides when they switched to Shores. It was about 5 years ago when they put the drop slides in, which I've never rode. I mean, I would. I just haven't gotten around to like even considering.
I don't think I've ever actually been to the actual water park. I'm actually in the park itself, but I've never been to the water park. So
It's nice.
Dylan.
I know.
I've never been.
Really, you've never been either, Nicole? That surprises me.
No.
Oh wow.
No.
Yeah, those drop slides are pretty new. I'd say 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
Which is not like, I mean, it's
New.
not brand new, you know.
No, but
and that kid area was new, like with the tiny slides, and they've got a decent food options over there too.
well, and it is a good water park. Even if you stack it up to just water parks that are just by themselves, it's a great water park. It really is. And we don't get over there as much as we should. Well, you have as water option. Of course, we have the beach area, and then Breakers. You know, you get the nice pools over there on the outside that are on the beach, and then so the water park. There are a lot of water options there, and maybe that's why. We kind of
always what do you call it? Like with us, whenever we're going to go to if it's water park or beach, and you don't have to be at Breakers to go to the beach. That's why a lot of people stay away from the beach, but it's a public beach. So if you're at the you're at the park, you packed your stuff, you just go grab it. There's bathrooms right on the beach that you can change in, and so we kind of always just because we do like Kalahari in the wintertime. So it's like we do water slides in the wintertime, like we can do beach all year round. So we always kind of fall to the beach. Sometimes we try to do both, and we get our butts tired out. But yeah, or like all three: park, beach, and water park in one day.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit.
Oh
a lot of
man.
work.
Yeah, that sounds like a little bit much. I think
the trifecta, the hat trick,
Yes.
the Donnie hat trick doesn't happen. Doesn't happen often, huh, Donnie?
The kids are sleeping on the beach, just like.
You know
So an
what?
important piece to mention is that you can't access the beach from the front of the park this season. So
Yes. Oh, it's such a
if we,
bummer.
let's be an informational podcast for a hot second.
Right,
And
right.
you got to go to the back to get to the beach
Which
this season
which
because
makes
the
it
fence is up.
yeah.
You know what
Makes
I
it
just
hard too if like for if you're just going there for the beach, excuse me, you got to go all the way into the back, because
And then get trapped.
yeah, get trapped back there.
You know what I just thought of, Donnie, and I wonder if this Cedar Point's always looking for a way to make an extra buck here or there.
Yeah.
What would anyone invest or be interested in, and not a locker, but an oversized locker? Let's say the size of a small, like a broom closet or something like that. What if they had a spot for those, so you could put all your stuff in there and leave it there? Like you could have a rental for a season. Like you could rent
Oh,
you could almost like rent a locker. You put your you could put your beach stuff in there. You could put your cups in there. So let's say it's by the entrance or exit, and then there's a little maybe a sink area where you could like wash your cups out, put everything away, and then go home, and then you don't have to pack it next time because it's already there in a locker. Does that make sense?
Okay, I'm the mom here.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
would
yeah.
need a washer and dryer. You would need a dishwasher. You would need all of that stuff. So take your dirty
Yeah.
stuff home.
Okay.
Just thinking.
I got this, Nicole. I got one for you. What if, because they must have a laundry department because they have uniforms there. What if you popped your stuff in a bag with your name or your locker number on it, and then dropped it in the dirties, and then so next time you're there, then they put it back for you.
They're going to regret that because I'm coming every other day with a bag of laundry,
you
dropping
come-
it in the
you-
damn chute.
You come back and
Yes.
you're like, shit,
My
somebody
laundry's
stole
Think
my
about it.
in my
underwear.
locker.
Laundry for
Exactly
about
what's
10,000
happening.
people.
Somebody
That's what's happening. I'm just keeping it real.
But if you do it for $200 a season, $100 a season, I mean, you add that up, you got 1,000 lockers. It's a decent amount of money. Maybe it would be worth it. So would you? So I don't know. Nicole doesn't think it's a good idea. Do anyone else think it's a good idea, or am I just is it way too much? Is it too much?
I like the idea. I just don't know how it would work.
Right. I don't know.
I can see it in my mind. I can see the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're including free laundry, I am in, without a doubt.
Well, see now I'm Cedar Point. When you say it like that, it scares me a little bit. I'm like, okay, maybe we need to rethink the laundry part of this thing because she's too excited. There's some sort of loophole that we didn't consider. That she's
You don't do the laundry. That's my guess. You
no,
don't do the laundry, so
No.
that's why. You don't, yeah.
yeah.
I
But-
do sometimes.
It'd be way more money than that. So
All right.
Well, let me just give you an example. So we're still kind of unpacking here,
Uh-huh.
and cleaning everything, and we're not exactly sure if the cat like peed on a pile or I peed on a blanket. So I washed every single blanket that we own. I took it to the laundromat. And whenever I have a lot of laundry, I take it over there, and I'm telling you, I spent like $60 on I had 5 washers at once of mostly blankets and a little bit of clothes. And just tell you how much work that was. I mean, and that's just, we're talking about being short-staffed now, and trying to find people to do stuff. It's like, now we've got to get the
nobody wants
we
to
gotta-
wash your underwear. Sorry.
double our laundry team.
And it's not coin laundry, is it?
Yeah, it's coin, right, Don?
Yeah, coin or I buy the car, I get free dries.
Oh,
Yeah.
classy.
Well, yeah, when I do laundry, that's the thing. Because Nicole said, "Well, who's doing the laundry over there?" 'Cause,
Right.
Ashley does it on a daily basis. And then when it's my turn, I just take 9 loads and do it all at once, and it takes about 2 hours.
It's so hard. It's
Once
so
a
hard.
month.
It's so hard to do, Nicole, because laundry isn't just putting it in the bag, taking it to the laundromat, then putting in the washer, then putting in the dryer. It's folding and putting it away. The last 2
Yeah,
steps.
the last 2
Andrew,
steps.
are you trying to
I
tell me
will-
about laundry right now? Are you trying to tell me about laundry? I know how this game works.
What's up,
I
Dave?
got
Can I tell you something that was a game changer, Dave? for us. So the old place, the laundry was in the basement, and that's like just getting down there is half of why it piles up. So now it's on the main level, like in kind of like the little breezeway area between the garage and the kitchen. So now, like when I get home and take like my work shirt off, socks off, like go right into the actual washer. So it's like half the time instead of the bins, you just put it in the washer, and when it gets full, boom, start it up. So it's like
That's
we have.
You're still in the honeymoon phase with your new house.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just saying,
so
like
excited. It
what
is
I'm telling you,
easier,
Nicole, we used to
but
get
it
so
will
far
still
behind, like
exhaust.
used to get like 6 loads behind, like, but
I
now
know.
like we might get like 1 because we're just
All right.
constantly filling up.
Am I the only one that's done this? We've gotten so far behind at points, Don, where I will have to go to Dollar Tree to get some socks. Like it's just easier
Yeah,
go get
sure.
socks or Walmart to just go get socks or a T-shirt or underwear just
Done that
because
for work. Like when we moved, I had like 2 work shirts, and I couldn't find one morning, so I went to Walmart and bought like 2 polos and went to work.
I will tell you, Donnie, when you're walking into the house, okay, because you've got your laundry right there, what it does is, at least in the basement, you don't see the laundry, so you don't feel so bad about it. When it's right in your face after a year in that house, it's just another thing yelling at you that you're losing at life because you can't keep up with your laundry.
Well, but it goes in the washer though, like no bins. It goes right into the washer.
That's good. I hope you continue that way for you.
It's a great idea. Ban bins, Donnie, to where they have to just throw it right in the washing machine. That's great. It's a great idea.
Because
I'll end up with.
We used to buy more bins. We'd get so far behind.
Yes. Oh my, we've got so many laundry bins here. There's got to be 20 of them just running around because we just kept filling them up, and then Colleen would just buy new ones. It was ridiculous. Here's the thing: the most genius thing ever was the top. If you got a 2-story house, the top floor laundry. It's like, why would you want to carry all that stuff downstairs to wash? Because 90% of the laundry is upstairs anyway. It was the most genius thing ever when they thought about that. But the worst was the basement. What if you had a 2-story house and your laundry was in the basement? Jesus Christ! Those steps are an impediment to at least another extra week of laundry because you didn't want to go up and down the basement steps to get it done. What's up?
You're so funny.
Wait! Before Dave talks, Dave, can I just say, Dave looks like Dave
what
looks
did I
like
get
he
myself
witnessed.
into here? What's going on?
He looks like Dave looks like he witnessed something at Cedar Point, and he's incognito at this point.
You gotta tell us.
We're protecting his identity.
I know you're so dark, Dave.
Dave thought that the podcast started at 9 a.m. this morning.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
Oh.
So, Dave, we want to talk about. We didn't get a chance to finish because we didn't know the details. The fire at Famous Dave's. How bad was it? Do we know?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out more information myself. All I know is people online were saying there was a fire at Famous Dave's, and Famous Dave's and the marina and that, the store there were closed down because of that. So no idea how much damage was done or all the details of the fire, but I don't know.
All right, let's move over to the Rougarou.
Rougarou.
Why is it not very popular? It seems like it does. Yeah, it's perfect. Why is that the least popular coaster? Why isn't it more popular for Cedar Pointers?
Well, it's a pretty good ride. I mean,
it was popular when it was the main. Well, at least I liked it when it was the Mantis, but I don't know about other people. But
I'll tell you, when it was Mantis, and still to this day, it's almost a walk-on. I mean, you can go. I've gone there on busy days, and all the coasters have hour-long waits, and Rougarou is like 5 minutes or less. You can walk right on. I don't know if it's because people still have the stigma of the stand-up coaster for it.
that's what I was just thinking. That's what I just said.
Because it gives you a headache. It beats you around too much. So I get a headache.
Is it one of those? I don't remember it being like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't get a headache from it. I just think, I mean, it has some decently intense elements, but there just really isn't like main belly drops. There's not really any. There's not enough dynamicness to it.
Yeah.
Like the first
Well-
drop is okay. There's a lot of cool elements. It's fun. I mean, the front row of that ride, because there's no line. If you're going to try it out and you haven't tried in a while, get in the front row because there's no floor. You're staring at the track the whole time. It's actually terrifying. So it ups like the thrill level of it when you sit in the front. But other than that, I think it's just because people are so used to it. I don't know. Not being that great.
The thing with that ride too, what's amazing, we're spoiled because we got such great rides at Cedar Point.
Yeah,
Right.
Is if you were to take that ride and put it in mostly any
Anywhere
other
else.
amusement park, it'd be one of the star
It's a
attractions.
top.
Yeah,
You know?
it would be one of the ones that they promote. It'd be one of their big coasters, whatever it is.
Ride Rougarou.
Right.
Today at the yeah.
I mean, could you imagine if Rougarou made its way to Michigan's Adventure per se? I mean, wow.
Yeah, that'd be a big
That's
deal.
exciting.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's such a good point, and the other one too is Corkscrew. Like I just don't.
That one hurts.
That one does hurt my head. You're going back and forth.
That one hurts.
I tried
I
to.
cannot stand that. That
No.
hurt.
The Corkscrew has been around for a long time, and that's another one. But that one is just it's not a great ride. Like I'm surprised it's still there because so many
Isn't it?
Love it.
complain about
Isn't the corkscrew? Isn't the corkscrew the one where your head is?
yeah, you're bouncing off, you're bouncing between the headrests like a pinball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
my
hurts.
kids love it though.
What's
That's
that?
funny. My kids love it. I don't
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rode it a couple years ago for the first time in like 20 years, and it was better than I remember, just because I hadn't rode it in so long.
Uh-huh.
You just you just write it off. You're like, I'm not gonna get on that. Why would I get on that?
Right.
But it was actually pretty nice.
The headrest on Corkscrew, like it's so weird. There's something in the back of that seat that like hits me like mid back. So like it hurts. Like it hurts. And
Yeah.
I'm a little
Okay,
tall.
I guess-
I'm not Dave tall, but I'm tall
Uh-huh.
for a
I'm not
girl,
the
and
only
it
one
hurts my
who
back.
can't stand that ride.
Well, see, the thing with me with those rides is since I'm so tall, my head
Uh-huh.
goes above those harnesses, so I don't get all the head banging that a lot of other people do.
How tall are you, Dave? We haven't really met in
About
person.
6'3".
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so-
pretty freaking tall.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they let you on these rides.
I'm
I
short.
met him.
I'm
Haha,
short.
I'm not Dave.
How are you not worried about hitting your head on anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it
hand
just doesn't
choppers on the
affect me.
Gemini. Come on, Dave. Be careful out
Yeah.
there. But going back to the Rougarou though, because if you think about it, like the Rougarou, it was built like 25 years after Gemini, and Gemini has at least like 3-4 really good belly drops. And B&M built Rougarou and Mantis, and back in the 90s they kind
That
of
was
got
96.
infamous for building these rides that were big and swooping, but just not dynamic enough. Like their elements are just big and swooping, but they like the last 15 years they're still big and swooping. I mean, you're talking Valraven, Gatekeeper, but they've got a little bit better with tightening up their elements. Like even Gatekeeper. I mean, Gatekeeper is one of my top 3 rides, but as far as like an actual drop, like my stomach is dropping. The elements are so spread out that you might only get one on that one top hat. So it's like a lot of people want to go and they want to feel like that thrill, that stomach drop.
I remember when Gatekeeper came out, and everybody thought it was going to be this like you can only fit through three. You fit through 3 keyholes, and then everybody made it like it was going to be like this big attraction. It's a good ride, but yeah.
It is.
Yeah. No, what's that? Yeah, it's awesome. All right,
I love it. But as
All
far
right.
as drops go,
I went to the media day for Rougarou, and they invited me for it. It was a really good time. I mean, I enjoy the ride, and it's nice. Like I said, it's kind of a hidden gem because on busy days, you want to ride a coaster, go ride Rougarou. You're not going to wait.
sit in the front.
Yeah.
It's actually my daughter who got out of bed, so I can't put the camera on her. It's like her favorite. They will marathon that, especially on a busy day, because waiting in the line so long, like We can wait 10, 15 minutes on Rougarou, and they'll just ride that for hours. So,
Yeah.
I mean, each
Let,
their own.
let's talk
Did
about.
Did they change anything after they made it into Rougarou? Like, because it was Mantis before.
No, just the trains are different. Now you're sitting down instead of standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the track is the exact same track.
They painted it.
Yeah.
What? Why? What was with the stand up ride? With being a stand up ride, because are those not, did those not fun? Did people not like him after all when they rolled out? Because
a lot of people didn't like the bicycle seat underneath you.
Yeah, let's just say, Andrew, they weren't very male friendly.
It was horrible.
Yeah,
it was a horrible idea from the start.
Yes. We have talked about this. They are not lady friendly either.
Yeah.
To be clear, they are not lady friendly either.
Oh.
Yeah, they
was
weren't
just
very comfortable, and that is why that ride really never took off at amusement parks. There wasn't too many of them built. You know, it was more of a gimmick coaster, you know, than anything. Yeah, you're standing up. That was the gimmick. The ride just sucked. It was uncomfortable, and that it wasn't very good.
So
I don't know if I posted it in the chat, but I have an old picture, very old picture of me and my dad standing in front of the Mantis sign when it was Mantis.
Yeah.
So
well, you know, so they have the stand up coaster, or they have the traditional coaster where you're in a car. You have the stand up coaster. You have the winged coaster. You have the what you call it, the monorail coaster where everyone's behind each other. What's the kind of newish one? What is that, Dave? What do you call it?
T-Box.
Proper name. What is it called?
Yeah, T-Rex. Yeah.
T-Rex. I'm sorry, T-Rex.
T-Rex.
So is there anywhere they do the winged coaster where you're out on the wings? They do where your feet are dangling. What else could they do? What about a double decker coaster?
Well, they have a flying coaster.
Double decker?
Point doesn't have one of those.
What's that, Dave?
They have a flying coaster. B&M, the same company that made Rougarou, actually, makes flying coasters also, where you start in a sitting position and the train gets brought up and you fly like Superman.
Oh, wow. That would be fun.
I actually never rode one of those because Kings Island had one for a while, and they tore it down like the year before we went. What did they tear that down for? They put something up. Was it
that's
for
where Orion went? The thing with that one, that was made by Vekoma, a totally different company. It was very uncomfortable to ride. You started out sitting up, and then they lower you in the station. You're on your back facing straight up, and you're going up the hill. The sun is blasting you in the face and everything. It was the ride experience wasn't that great. You know, it was a pretty rough coaster. The B&M versions are much better. You know, much more enjoyable. Pretty intense.
There's Manta.
Well,
there's
another
Manta,
thing,
Manta at SeaWorld,
At SeaWorld.
Well,
What are the other ones?
Six Flags. A lot of them have the Superman coasters. There's Statsu out in Magic Mountain, California. That's a really good one. There's a couple overseas, you know. I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 of them in the United States.
You know, what were you gonna say, Don?
I was gonna say, so like, you know, when they're designing these roller coasters, the style of we're talking about like styles of roller coasters and tracks. I mean, they get so far down to the details of what kind of seat are we going to use. Like if you think about it, like when Magnum came out and it was like the biggest baddest thing, you're still sitting like in a train in a box. You feel somewhat safe or safer because you're in a car. You got your lap bar, and then 11 years later, they come out with Millennium Force, where you're basically sitting on a reinforced folding chair on a platform. There's nothing around you. It's just metal. And then, but you're sitting there and you're locked down and you feel, you feel vulnerable, but now you've got roller coasters like, Diamondback and Orion, which are, I think, B&Ms, right, Dave?
Yeah, Diamondback and Orion, both B&Ms.
So I don't know, Andrew, if you've ever rode, because I know you've been to Kings Island a few times. Have you rode Diamondback and Orion? Like there's a different style seat. It's kind of like a little bit like more bowl shaped that you sit in, and then like this little stick with a pad on it comes and holds you in, but it doesn't hold you that tight, like purposely. So you're flying out of the seat the whole time, and it's designed like that on purpose because like, you don't feel like you're in there. So like these little elements of the seat, and then of course RMC where they're holding you in by your legs, which is the most terrifying.
Well,
Like who thought of that?
Also, the flying coasters have like those shin holders or whatever they call them.
Yeah,
they hold your shins in, and then you have the over-the-shoulder harness, but then it rotates you up, so you're facing straight at the ground when you take off.
Yeah, I'm hanging out by my shins. I'm not cool with that.
Dangle. I mean, that'd be pretty uncomfortable.
I haven't put a lot of tests into my shins over my lifetime. I don't know how much they hold. I don't know what they do. I'm not sure if they.
You hardly
nap
even
right off.
You hardly even notice it on a flying coaster.
I just don't know if I have that much faith in my shins. I just haven't used them that often, or I've noticed them that often. I haven't put them through the rigors to just be your whole body is going to be safe from your shins. I'm like, I don't know if
maybe you need to ride it to appreciate your shins more.
Right?
Yeah. And can we talk about Steel Vengeance? Like they hold you in by your legs, and then there's nothing to hold on to. Like they designed a roller coaster purposely to have nothing to grab onto. It's like
they want you to put your hands up.
Did they get little handles? Those little
they took them off. Yeah, they took them off because people's hands were touching or something like that.
I never hold on anyway, so I don't pay attention to that. But
yeah, I always put my hands up. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I hold on to the people in front of me. I'm just grabbing their shoulders.
You know what I'm bummed about Steel Vengeance is why did they get rid of those pouches that used to be in the seats?
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, Disney has those. Look, some other parks have them. They're wonderful. You just put your crap in there instead of having to worry about stowing it or this and that.
And it goes back to this girl that got injured on the cell phone. If you just put a little bag in front in all the coaster, because look, everyone's got a phone now. We need to adapt in 2022 for all amusement parks. There isn't one person. It doesn't matter if you're 8. It doesn't matter if you're 80. Everyone has a cell phone now. So if you don't want us carrying it on, you don't want us dropping it, you don't want anyone to be injured, then just throw the pouch on there. And I know it takes
too, Andrew, is these parks are making you use your cell phone throughout the day more and more. So you gotta have it, to do this and that, but then they're making it difficult when you get to the rides.
They all want you to download their app. They all have the ride times on there. You put your passes on there. That's what you show to get food. It is a catch-22. Yeah. It's like they really need to have those pouches on every ride because they have to just realize everyone has a cell phone, and if you can't take it on there or put it, some people they have nowhere to put it. They really don't. Like they don't have families standing there at waiting for you to get off they can hold your phone. They just don't have it.
Right,
so
I know they have the free lockers.
They have the free ones.
Yeah,
Steel Vengeance, they have free lockers in
Some do, but not all.
Pain in the butt too, because then you got to backtrack all the way back into the entrance of the ride and this and that.
Yeah.
So
you can lose your spot in line with Steel Vengeance. If you use those lockers, you have to get out of the line, and then that line backs up. So we still just use the locker outside of the ride and put everything in there because you can actually get through the line faster because all the people are stopped putting.
And I'll tell you, they are real on that ride because I have a disability with my foot, so I have to sometimes have to use the disability entrance, and they wand you downstairs after you give them all your loose articles. They have a place to put them down there. They wand you down there, then send you up the stairs. Then they wand you once again before they let you on the ride.
Yeah.
well, and they really need to just take. I mean, just the pouch is just such an easy solve all that for this to just put them on the rides, just to put them on the rides.
Also, I'm not sure, and Dave and Nicole can maybe help me out too, Dylan. I think Steel Vengeance is that the only ride that you cannot take a fanny pack on? Is that the only? Because most of the rides you can actually keep your fanny pack on your waist, or people do like that.
I wouldn't know because I don't wear a fanny pack, but
oh, Dylan's too cool.
Whoa,
He's doing it, Dylan.
With Dylan, I can't tell if that was just a matter of fact statement.
No, it's a fact.
I don't know, Donnie. I don't wear fanny packs.
Well, because with Steel Vengeance on those RMC coasters, it seems like they have to go down further. The bar does in a lot of other coasters. And with the fanny pack, it prevents it from going down further, I guess. But simple fix to that is just move it to the side.
Yeah.
But
what
I guess
I was just saying. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Dave. I was just saying, like, for all the other rides, because if you just have something like at least one person in your group, or I mean, if there's a lot of people, if you maybe have two because they take up a lot of space, but for most of the rides, you can skip having to deal with the lockers if you pack that fanny. All right, pack that fanny pack.
Pack your fanny.
Keep your phone safe. We need that's what we need to do. Let's help Cedar Point. We're gonna work on like a slogan, a saying, something that rhymes about phone safety,
or a famous Donnie P parody song.
All right. I mean, we've got to get the word out, you guys.
I enjoy a good parody song.
Oh my God,
for real.
You're big or little. Won't you pack that fanny up?
I'm always.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Back that ass up and back that fanny up.
Is he gonna be the new Weird Al Yankovic?
Oh no, Donnie is a genius. Donnie is genius parody song. Oh my God, why is there?
You're talking about my what do you call it? He's my holy grail right there, Mr. Weird Al.
I got to tell you guys. So Donnie wrote a song a couple years ago with some collaboration from other guys. But "Why Is There No Pizza on Christmas" is just one of Donnie's classics. I played for the family every holiday. And by the way, the answer is it's a Christmas-mystery.
It's a Christmas-mystery. Yeah.
Is that a parody? That's a parody of a Christmas song.
No, it's an original.
That was an original actually.
That was
Donnie P and Kaylin Savage original.
That wasn't.
But if you go to my YouTube page, you can find a couple of parodies on there.
RCA Records contacted you or anybody?
Hey, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't checked my email in a couple days.
Yeah, it's been you never know. Yeah. All right, let's run through a couple of these real quick. Dave, you tried the fruit drinks. What fruit drink are you talking about?
Oh, the good one. You know those little fruit-shaped bottles they're selling now, or plastic bottles
from the 80s.
I love those.
Yeah,
in the 80s, right next to Scrambler. I've been trying to try these for 2 years now. Every time I go to that stand is closed. It was finally open. I'm like, hallelujah. But we got two of them. I got the grape one and lemon one. My daughter drank all the lemon one before I could even try it. She said it tasted like lemonade. I tried the grape one.
Shocking.
It was very good, but sweet. It was a cross between like grape Kool-Aid and grape juice, kind of like in the middle. It was good. It was just very sweet. And I enjoyed it. And you get to keep the bottles too. They're cool. It says Cedar Point on them.
That is such a throwback. I love it. I've never.
That's my childhood right there.
So
Go ahead, Donnie.
Well, yeah, it's very, very cool. It's super throwback, but I think what we have to do is keep buying these for our kids because when they first released them, I think was it last year when they first came out?
2020.
I bought a bunch for my kids, and they just did not really care that much. I'm like, you guys, look, this is like one of my Cedar Point core memories. Like this is what Cedar Point was, 30 years ago, and then they're just like, cool.
Kids keep promoting them enough. Not a lot of people know about them.
I didn't know this. Kids can be such excitement squashers. They do it on purpose. They love crushing your soul. Like even as an adult, we've realized that hey, if someone is excited about something, even if we're not, we're gonna at least be excited for that person because
you have to pretend to be excited.
You got to pretend, but just hey, I get you, just validating you, a little bit of validation. Kids have no problem not validating you, and don't give 2 Fs if they do or not. So I'm like, come on, guys, this is cool. Yeah, super cool.
I don't know, man. My daughter freaked me out. I'm a big Metallica fan. I grew up listening to Metallica. I love them.
Me too. Hey,
And
you got one here too.
I've always rocked out Metallica in the car. And she's like, "This sucks," and puts her headphones on. Well, now all of a sudden, Metallica's on Stranger Things TV show,
dude.
and now
Yeah.
they're awesome. This is great. It's like
I had a buddy that says he's got a podcast and he calls the music nowadays like they're singing through a Roomba. The sound is all coming through a Roomba, like I don't like or whatever. But he says that these kids now, his kids, are really into this new Elvis movie. So all these throwback songs.
Oh, I saw the preview for that.
Yeah, his daughter's seen it like a bunch of times. All her friend circle seen it a bunch of times. So like all these old Elvis songs, and I guess they play other songs in the movie too. That he's so appreciative right now because the music is such shit that he's loving that they're like appreciating these old songs. Go ahead, Donnie.
I'm so glad you brought that up because when you say appreciate, like that's why I appreciate Stranger Things so much because you're. Like you said, kids are fun squashers. They're not going to take our word for it when we tell them this music is good. But then we have these huge creative minds making this amazing content. Like, I can't wait to see that Elvis movie. Stranger Things. Kate Bush running up that hill, shot up to #1 for the first time in 36 years. And then Master of Puppets is in the final episode. That's getting a huge boost. And I've listened to it probably 6 times in the last 3 days, and I never even listened to Metallica when I was younger. I mean, I knew who they were, but I was a little bit more of a Euro alternative rock guy. But anyways,
no, you're more of a boy band guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm 97 degrees. I'm not 98.
Listen,
so not that hot.
It's 98 degrees.
No, Donnie's 97 degrees. He's not quite
Oh.
that hot.
no, we're like 247 pounds. That's the name of our boy band.
Boys to Men and all that. Yeah.
I don't know. And when
Boys
does it
to
stop
middle-aged
being a
men.
boy?
Love to you.
When does it stop being a boy band? When is it a man
when the
band?
boys turn 40. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not boys
It's an
anymore.
old man band.
That's a man band now.
Yeah.
An old man band.
What?
It's great.
But you guys, this is
What
a
do
new
you say?
thing. I'm telling you, like they're gonna just keep cranking out this amazing content, and we're gonna be able to just sit back and enjoy the spoils as
It's great
as
because
our kids are introduced to it.
I was talking to somebody too about just like radio in general and how Spotify or TV shows are really changing listening habits to where Nicole, you as a mom, you can enjoy Lizzo and your kids enjoy Lizzo, and now they can enjoy some of the stuff from your era. It's really not just one type of music anymore. We used to just listen to basically one or two types of music, but you actually can listen to music with your friends. You can have with your kids, and you can have fun, and they love it, and you love it, and people don't listen to music the way they always have. It's definitely evolving for sure.
I still listen to my
we
CDs.
should-
Go ahead,
We
Dad.
should. Oh, sorry, Dylan. We should contact the producers of Stranger Things because they're in Hawkins, Indiana. That's not terribly far from Cedar Point. We could get those sippers on there. We could really get some Cedar Point nostalgia going with the
Yes.
Stranger Things kids.
No, I love it.
Well, I mean, honestly, again, sounding like an old man, I listen to some of this top 40 music they have. I DJ, so I listen to it. It's horrible.
I know.
It is horrible. I agree with that.
It's horrible. Sentence over and over and over and over and over.
It is. But they've figured out the magic formula. So I'm not gonna lie. They hit it if they get the right amount of originality into it, just a little bit of something new, and they hit you with that formula. You're like, oh man, I hate this song. It
but
sucks. But when you play it again,
like an old Metallica or old Bob Seger, for example, any of his songs, it's a story. All this music they have out today, it's like, oh yeah, I hit her in the face. I did this and that, It's just, and then they repeat it over and over and over and over and over.
Right.
Again.
Here's the problem: is they've learned how to earworm you with hooks. So you love the hook, but there's no content, there's no verses to the songs anymore. But if they can make this hook be so they'll say it over and over and over and over and over and over and earworm you, then you like the song, even though it's
all about the hook.
song. Yeah,
They want you to have it in your head.
It's all about the hook now. The lyrics in between don't matter anymore. Go ahead, Don. You look like you jump in.
well, I was just gonna say, well, sometimes it's bad bitch o'clock. It's thick 30. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Bad
I'm here
bitch
for it.
o'clock.
I love it.
I'm sticking up for top 40 right now. Okay.
How many writers sat in a room and wrote that one, huh?
Donnie's like, listen, I can't tell you about my secret life.
Listen,
How many
thick
months
30 for me every day. All right.
on that note? Oh, fun times.
What's
All right,
coaster of the week?
Coaster of the week. Do you got one, Dave?
Ride of the week, yeah.
Ride of the week. We're out of
yeah.
coasters at Cedar Point.
Yeah. We got
After
Super
21
Himalaya.
episodes.
Yes.
Which one?
Himalaya. Which
Super
is,
Himalaya.
Is the jam.
Yeah, which is right there by Corkscrew's entrance. You know,
Mhm.
little ride that goes round and round and round really fast.
Yeah.
Keeps you busy. It's been into park since I think the 70s. And it was actually recently moved over to its current location when oh gosh, what was that? Pipe Scream and all that was built back there.
Right.
Isn't that
What's that, Dylan?
Isn't that the one where you're sitting in the seat and it's spinning around, and then like there's so much G-force that you actually like you don't
Squish
mean to.
See you.
Yeah.
You break the bones, every bone in the person's body that's sitting on
I
the
think
lap. That's the
Dave,
one,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
If your kids can't 3 people go on that? 3 or more?
Yeah, you
even?
can get 3 people in there.
3 to
Yeah.
4 or just 3?
I know at least 3. I don't know about 4. I don't know, but
Yeah, like
Because
that's
every time I
maybe
go
not.
on there,
that's kind of cool though.
Smallest family.
So if you're the unlucky one to sit on the last one in, on the left hand side,
Yeah.
you're screwed. You're gonna get
Yeah,
crushed.
I just feel sorry for whoever, because I do not want to squish people. That's not.
I know.
But then I try to push myself back up, so I'm not.
You try to hold yourself so you're not squishing them, but at some point you're like, here we go.
Well, a couple things.
I'm coming in.
I tried.
It used to be located right over where Pipe Scream is now. There used to be a little land area next to it, and then Himalaya used to be right there. And another thing too is a lot of people don't see it, but they have microphones up in the ceiling of the ride. So when everybody's screaming on the ride, they turn the microphones on, and it kind of pumps it to the speakers a little bit.
That's
And
cool.
Well, nobody's
on the
looking
midway
up
can
at
hear
the
it.
ceiling when you're riding. I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Cool.
Yeah,
So that's how they get all the hype.
Yeah. Well, and
Put a top 40 music in there and some
Basically,
microphones screaming.
that's a carny ride.
Top 40 music.
It's
better
a
than
carny
the
ride,
country
yeah.
western, or
What's that, Dave?
is that better than the country western music? The top 40 today? I'm just curious.
Country and western.
And
There's room in this world for all the songs, Dave. It's okay.
both genres. Yes. All right. All right. So thank you, Dave Chapman, Amusement Park Portal. Thank you, Nicole, our executive producer, Donnie P, our unofficial mayor of Cedar Point, Dylan. I'm Andrew Z. Make sure you guys share the show, like the show, do everything you can to help us get the word out. If you like what we're doing, comments, likes, shares. All right, everybody. I might see you at Cedar Point today. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.